Sarah Bruno, and James Sterling.
Hello, everybody.
Mr.
Listen,
Shea.
quick thing. The volume is very, very poor. I don't know if there's something on your end or my end, but I can't hear a thing. I can see voices, mouths moving.
Hello? Any better?
Oh, that's better. What'd you do? You got
I'm
closer.
practically kissing the
Okay,
owl.
so something's got to be turned up because I can't hear anybody but her when she leans in.
Oh, can you hear us now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. You fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah, we fixed it.
Guys
Amy
are the
blew
best.
on the owl, so somehow.
I'll be hiding in the
If
corner.
you, thank you. If you guys will allow me, I'd like to take the agenda out of order. We have with us Kurt Bosco, and he has to be at another meeting down the hall at 7. So any objection to going out of order?
No.
Okay, so before we get to Kurt, I'd like to start with number 7, go next to the RFP for the land use. An RFP went out last year, and these were opened in October, I believe. Here's the fee.
Yeah, these are all the fees.
They came in 2 parts. One was the description, and this was for a permitting proposal in the building department for permits to do permits online. And so we did receive a number of proposals. They were open, but the fees were not. We've gone through them. I've read through them. And the next step is now to open the fee proposals and take a look and see what those are.
Well, yeah. Okay, this one is for, I don't know, fee proposal. OpenGov. It's $20,144, a lump sum, installation training, initial setup $69,336, estimated cost.
The total is $69,336?
$69,336 for the installation training and initial setup.
Okay,
And without the historical data migration, it's $49,680. And then the building module is $20,144, land use module is $20,144, these are lump sums. And code enforcement module is $20,144. There's a 5% increase per year for the software subscription. And that one was OpenGov,
Okay,
which is,
there's an envelope for that one.
here's the other one for OpenGov. Yeah, that goes with that. This one is Clarity Cloud USA. What's this one? The installation training initial setup is $20,000. Building modules $27,000 per year. That's for all modules. And there's a 5% increase per year for the software costs. And the last one, nope, there should be 2 more. Good luck getting that one open. So the civic review, $4,050 lump sum for the initial training and setup, $10,100 for all modules, lump sum per year with a 5% increase per year.
Kurt just went to get us scissors.
Yeah.
Very varying, like, seems very
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's got scissors.
You're a gentleman. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Tyler Technologies, their fee proposal. All right, installation training and initial setup is $12,033. The building module is $5,916 per year. Land use module is $2,964. Code enforcement module, $5,916, and no additional cost for users. 5% increase per year for the software maintenance. And that includes the Part Bs. That was Tyler Technology.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
So we have 4 proposals. We have all looked at the other proposals of what it is that they do. I can tell you that being deeply involved in budget season right now, these are costly.
Very.
And I'm aware that there are companies that will not charge these kinds of fees. So I don't know how you want to proceed, but
Well, we have the proposal from Permilink. Is that permit?
not yet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I just think it's, especially with everything that we're still trying to figure out and come up with and figure out the right way to go about things. I don't want to just put a Band-Aid on something that's going to cost us $60,000-$70,000. Instead, like, actually figure out all of our solutions and not make it so abruptly. I mean, do we have the option to just wait on this and not go forward with these RFPs? Because I don't think any of those are something
Yeah,
we
yeah.
necessarily
No,
want.
I think we have to move and
We can reject all.
reject
Reject
them
them, I
if we
think.
don't want to go forward with them at this point. We certainly have the option to do that.
So I'll make a motion to reject those current offers at this point.
I'll
Is there a
second.
second? Is there any discussion, any further discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? It's unanimous. Thank you for taking the time to go through everything.
Yeah.
So the next thing I would like to do is number 8, which is listed as land use permit system. I had word and had the opportunity to speak with or learn about people from Permit Link. And the reason I asked Kurt to be here today, Kurt is our new zoning enforcement officer. We're so excited to have you on board, Kurt, officially and publicly. I really want to thank you. You've already made a significant difference, so really thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I know that you're familiar with Permit Link. You've worked with them before. Perhaps you could give us some information.
Yeah, Permit Link is an online permitting system that includes all of the land use permitting, and it also includes everything in the building department. So it's an online system. All permits are done, away from the town hall. They're done online at any time. A lot of the contractors prefer this because most towns now are on online systems, and most contractors are used to this. It's a very archaic system where you have to come to town hall, fill out paper forms, and the tracking, needless to say, a lot of things could get lost. We had a several-hour demonstration the other day here in this room, and apparently everything is done on paper or by paper, including all of the receipts.
Here in Bethany, you're talking about?
Here in Bethany.
Yes.
Yeah. So my suggestion is, it's the beginning of the year. We have an opportunity to get this up and running in the next 3 weeks. If we go with their system, they actually have all the permits that we have already created. They would put our logo on it. The back office is all done. These are the other municipalities in Connecticut that use Permit Link.
Yep, we got
Oh, you've already seen this?
one. Yes.
Yeah.
You as well?
Yeah.
Including Middlebury. And they also, they service Massachusetts, New Hampshire are some of their other clients. Again, I have firsthand experience with them. I love the system. And these are some of the reports that can be done weekly, monthly. Even the finance department could have access. They could be users, and they could run their own reports.
To the best of your knowledge, what do you know about the fees, how much something like this would cost the town of Bethany?
Well, the nice part about Permit Link, there's really no upfront costs. We don't have to give a deposit. We don't have to have a yearly fee. As you can see on their service contract, the software cost is waived, the implementation, setup, and training, and they give it an extensive training period too.
Yep.
So there are no charges for that.
Right.
If we wanted to, and I did in Middlebury, I wanted custom forms.
Right.
And the chairman of our commission insisted on using our own forms. So that took extra time, and there was an expense involved in that. And if you want to use your own forms, it could cost between $5,000 and $1,000.
Right.
There's no reason. They've had enough experience in Connecticut to know what the standard forms are and what the state statute requires. So basically, how do they make their money? Well, each permit, there is a fee that would be charged, and it's $12 per permit.
Right.
And I explained to Carol this morning that, or this afternoon, that a typical fee, let's take a rooftop solar project. There are 3 fees that would be involved. The zoning permit fee, and that's $125 that we get the entire amount. There'd be a $12 fee that they would assess. An electrical permit, another, that's based on the cost. And that's cost-based, and the building permit as well. Now, the average rooftop solar installation runs anywhere between $750 and $1,000 that the town gets in fees in total. So there'd be a $36 fee that the town would be responsible. We would be billed monthly for that. However, in other towns, in fact, in Middlebury, what we did was we passed that fee on to the user. I don't know how you're set up in Bethany. I know you.
Right, so what
You have
we looked
power.
at is, in order for us to change our permit fees pursuant to statute and either our ordinance or regs, I don't remember which one it was, we need to go before a town meeting to do that. So what that would mean is, if we wanted to start with this and wanted to approve going forward with this, the town of Bethany would be absorbing the fee that would be paid to Permit Link, which would be $12 per permit.
Right.
So, again, I'm making this up, but if the permit was $112, and we had to pay them 12, then we would get the 100 and they would get the 12. So we would lose from now until July 1st, or whenever the
Yeah.
town meeting began, or approved this, we would lose $12. We would,
Per permit.
per permit.
How many permits a year do we do?
So we do in excess of 400. I think what we figured out without manually counting between 500 and 600. So
And
if
that's in a calendar, full year, 500 to 600 permits?
full year,
Okay.
yes. So basically, it would cost $3,600 in fees. to
But I feel
permit
like we're in the slow building season
Well,
right
yeah, I
now.
mean-
Not as many permits in February,
But even
March
if-
compared
yeah,
to summer.
Right.
that. Yeah, come spring, they're gonna, it's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
but I mean, don't we have a town meeting in May or something to, we
Yes.
can put it on to?
Yes, it will be on the
wanted to.
town meeting in May.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
if we wanted to increase the fee,
Yeah.
otherwise we absorb the cost.
Right.
Whatever.
Well, I would recommend increasing the fee by $12.
Or 15 to,
The 2.5% processing fee as well, that we would lose for online payments?
no,
No,
Payment? Oh, no fee, that's
the,
good.
no, that comes directly off as part of, the individual pays that now, and they would continue to pay that. It goes directly from the bank.
Great,
So we wouldn't be losing that. That
yeah.
happens now.
Is there any minimum we have to do? Like, you have to at least have 100 permits a year, or there's no like minimum?
minimum is 400, but we do well in excess of 400.
Okay,
So on page 2, the Schedule A, excuse me, building permits 12, electrical, plumbing, mechanical, gas permits, a certificate of occupancy, and the final certificate, they don't necessarily call it occupancy if it's an electrical permit. There's 0 fee on that. Inspection form 0. Demolition permit 12 as well. And this goes for all the zoning permits too.
okay.
But I explained to the first selectman that when you get an application for a subdivision, or you get an application for a zone change or a special exception, that could be in upwards of hundreds of dollars, sometimes thousands of dollars. The permit fee is $12, you know. But the best part of an online permitting system, all of them, is from start to finish, there is documentation of everything. It's a permanent record at 3 different servers, 3 different locations. So you have a permanent record. If you get FOI, boom.
Right.
One of the things is all of the information is available to the public. All they have to do is have a username and a password that only they have, and they could look at any application at any time. We also will take complaints online. And there are a backlog of complaints here in Bethany, and as soon as some of the snow melts, I'm gonna try to chip away at those, literally. A complainant can actually track all of the progress. When the zoning officer goes out, takes pictures, they're uploaded, they'll get a notification that some action has been taken. So they can track it the whole way. What I found in Middlebury is it's almost like a ghost town. Everything is done online, it's done virtually. At the beginning, some people who are not used to it, they will want to come in and say, hey, I don't know how to do this, I've never done it. We have a computer, we could help them.
Yeah, this talked about a kiosk. The contract talked about a kiosk, I'm assuming in the town hall here, so I didn't know if it was, I wasn't clear whether people were allowed to, like, from home, log in and,
Oh, absolutely, that's the beauty of it.
okay, right, well, yeah, it was just unclear the way this was worded.
Let me tell you, contractors do it on their iPhone.
Well, right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right, and that's what I would
It's
expect.
generally, contractors will be able to do this anywhere they're meeting or they're preparing something or they get a proposal agreed to by you, they'll be able to just go ahead and do it. An individual can do it from their home.
Right.
But we will have a computer here available, which we already do have, in case someone comes in and we can assist them with doing it right online. There's 2 other things. One, you can, besides applying for the permit, you can upload from your architect, from your subdivision, from your whoever, all the
Professional
pictures.
engineer.
Professional
Site
engineer,
plans.
your site
Okay.
plans, everything can
They love
just be
it.
uploaded.
Yeah.
And it's all right there.
Right,
The other thing that's important, so you're gonna have a login if you wanna ask for a permit. So that when the permit goes through all the processes, the CEO, the building inspector, whoever else has to see it, you will be able to get the permit card that can be printed out, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
And put up.
And put up on your site, yeah.
So you'll have a login specifically to be able to do that. No one would be able to change that or do anything with it. But any consumer can look up and say, I want to see all the things happening on XYZ Street. And you can just go in and type in XYZ Street and see everything, all the permits that are in progress, have been applied for, have been granted, if you want to see that. So it's very transparent, it's very open to the public, so the public will be able to have full access.
I think it helps, like,
Hidden
too.
savings, if I might. Every every contractor has admitted to me, yeah, I have to come to town hall.
Well, right.
I charge an extra $100. So there will be a savings to Bethany residents who are doing reconstruction or construction. It will be passing invisible,
But
but
I'm thinking all the mailings too, like if we're mailing things to them, we're mailing the permits, or like when we did permits on our house, and then we got mailed all the stuff, and it's like, then the mail went to the neighbor's house, and then I didn't get it, and the neighbor walked it over, and then it was like, I think it
And less
helps
paper cuts,
eliminate
too.
that,
on our end.
yeah, that's what I think.
And it's a 3-month commitment, is what they're looking for at a time.
Oh, okay, because this was 2 years, it said.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I mean, but it was 2 years with, this contract that we had, 2
Correct.
years with, no cost termination after 6 months.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll have to go through that again.
But, yeah. No, I thought it was fine. The only thing that concerned me was they were talking about a kiosk. And I thought, if people still have to come to the town hall to do this, that's kind of, but no, as long as you can do it on your.
But some people at the onset will come in and,
Right,
Yeah.
I understand having a spot here for people, if they're here, they wanna do it, but, I'd wanna do it at home or wherever on the job site. Like, as long as they have that ability, that's all I care,
the 2 years I saw was the 2 years guaranteed price for a 2-year under section 2. That's where I saw it refers to that they'll guarantee this price for the software use for 2 years.
Right,
Yeah,
right, and then
so we don't,
if,
if it changes,
yeah,
we'll,
for 2 years from the date up here to after the first 2 years of the agreement point reserves the right to modify costs after the 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Termination of the PSA shall not relieve client of its obligations to pay PS fees for permits and type. And then there was, yeah.
and then I saw the 6 months up in the term and condition in section 1. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a $3,000 fee if we terminate. Terminate. We're not going to.
No, I mean, we've been needing this
Right.
for so long.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the only other question I have is the data, where is that stored? You said 3 servers, is it on our site?
no, not on our site, it's off-site
Okay,
in 3 different locations, very secure.
yeah, okay, yeah, all right, good.
And it is kept in perpetuity, but we have access to it.
Right, and I saw we can download the data, we can print it off if we wanted
Mm-hmm.
to. I don't know how we maintain records now, I'm assuming it's all print, hard
Yeah,
copies.
it's paper.
Folders.
So I don't know if we're gonna continue. to do
Voluminous.
that, or-
But
Yeah,
if you want to report as to what's going on this week, this month, today, we can print it out. I'm advised that it is, what's the word? As soon as someone makes a payment or files it, it's automatically there.
Instant, yeah.
yeah, and the payment comes to the town, and then we.
It'll be direct deposited into our account.
Right, and then we pay the fees
We'll get a monthly bill.
monthly, yeah. No, that's perfect.
What happens to any of the previous data? Because I know one of those referred to like even just historical data uploaded. Will we just keep the written files and kind of,
What we're gonna do is try and put in, if you guys want to do this, and we can do it soon,
yeah,
is ask if we could start as of January 1st of this year. So put in that information at no extra cost. And then, so that we can be up to date for 2026. The people are still gonna have to come into town hall, and if they wanna, so you're gonna have, as I said, remember, you could look up XYZ Street.
Right,
But it will only be, we're gonna try and do a disclaimer on the top saying, you know, this is, everything online is effective only as of January 1st or whatever day we start.
Yeah.
Anything prior to that, you must come into town hall.
Okay.
Because we will still keep all these records, we need to keep the records.
Okay.
But to pay to have all of that uploaded would be very difficult.
Sure.
Carol, are these fine folks familiar with GIS?
Yeah.
You know what the GIS is?
I use
This is-
GIS.
The GIS is integrated right into the system. So anything that GIS has is also available. It actually works on that platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
From my phone, when I took my 4-hour break to go home, I had a notification that, oh, this woman who wants to put her she shed on, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I looked at it on my phone and approved it.
There you go.
Approved for
Nice.
payment.
Oh,
So,
okay, yeah.
And the reason he can do that, so as not to confuse you, is he's still the CEO in Middlebury.
Right.
So what do we need, next steps, so we can move forward? I think we should move forward with
Oh, yeah.
this, like, I mean,
Yeah,
this is great.
This is great, yeah.
I need a motion to accept, I'm going to borrow.
Permit link.
excuse me, Carol, you will execute this contract, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I will execute it after approval from the Board of Selectmen.
Right, so that's what you're asking for, is
Yeah.
permission to.
Right.
yeah.
So, motion to approve a contract between the town of Bethany and Permit Link.
So moved.
Yeah, one second.
Any other discussion?
Getting with the times, I'm really happy with
Yeah,
this.
this is great. I'm glad.
And saving a lot of money.
We're doing this and moving ahead with this. It sounds like a great program. Really does.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Great, it's unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I gotta go
Have
to my next
fun.
meeting. Yeah. Nice meeting both
Nice
of you.
meeting you, thank you.
All right, so Don is on, so I know Don has other things to do since we're out of order anyway. Don, are you there to tell us about the center station update?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Don.
Yes, center station update. Okay, so we built the temporary building around the damaged area, insulated it, so it's at least warm enough in the building. We're not going to lose the building. The electrician is done with the first step, which was taking all the electrical work off that wall and allowing them to start preparing, to replace the brick in the block. I spoke to 2 contractors today. They're going to be dropping off today, tomorrow. Well, hold on. They're going to be dropping off today, or day right there,
Today.
tomorrow or Friday. Envelopes with the bids, with their 2 bids. I have hopefully a third one coming in, but right now we're going to get at least 2 between tomorrow and Friday. Okay, we didn't go out to sealed bid. There was no time, but I told them just put them in an envelope, send it in, and you guys can open it up and see what happens. They're both ready to start right away. The insurance guy who Carol and I met said, not a problem. Just don't even go out to bid, send us a bill and we'll pay the bill. We'll see how that works out. Unfortunately, we ran out of oil there Sunday because of the big holes in the wall. So we called up, 20 gallons delivered on Sunday, and they came and started the furnace. We're supposed to come back Monday. They had an error, whatever that means, did not come back Monday. So we ran oil Monday too. So they came back Monday, 20 more gallons, and they got it running, but they did fill it up yesterday. So far, so good. We got the heaters all fired up. Everything's ready to go. So it's just waiting on, once we open up the bids Monday or Tuesday, Carol and I can open them and then we'll discuss it with you guys, and then we're ready to go. It should be, if the bids are okay, it should be about 2 weeks' work just to get the building put back together. And then we should be in good shape from there.
So when you say 2 weeks, that's the entire construction schedule, or is there painting after that? And
Well, that'll get the building put back together. That'll get the brick in the block, and then the electricity's got to come back in.
okay,
There was plugs on the wall. There was lights on the wall. The wires went over to the garage doors and stuff. That's all been removed. He did move the electrical panel out of the way so they could do their work. But the building will be secured, and Aaron, was that?
What the work they needed to do, the reason they needed to move the electrical was to be able to rebuild the wall in that area.
Right, because the wall that got destroyed, there was wires, there was conduits, there was lights, there was all kinds of stuff on that wall that was destroyed. And the electrical panel, there was a sub panel sitting on that wall, which has been moved.
Right.
So we should be in good shape a few weeks from now as far as the building being sealed and tight. And then we got to come in and do some painting and whatever, but it'll be in good shape. By the end of the month, the building will be pretty much done.
Great.
And Don, are we gonna need the engineer, the civil engineer to come back afterwards and approve it, or just our building inspector?
Civil engineer, we got an okay from him. He gave us a drawing and then he gave us an okay on the temporary structure and the temporary shoring. He said, do what you got to do. I'm sure he'll come back when it's done and give us, give us his okay. The building inspector didn't even think we needed a structural engineer, but the insurance company said we did. So they're the one paying the bill. So we listened to the insurance
Wow.
company. So
Also
yeah, no,
better safe than sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
well, yeah, we want this building to stand up for another 100 years or whatever. So, we don't want another issue. So, and then obviously that's the interior. We got to wait for the snow and the ice to melt. Then we got to put the flagpole back up. We got to rebuild the canopy. We got to put the sign back in and stuff like that. But so it's going to be an ongoing thing into the spring. But for now, we'll just get the building up and running.
Awesome.
Okay.
And I will tell you, with regard to the sign, I've been approached by Eagle Scouts. They're the ones who initially built the sign. And another group of Eagle Scouts or another individual would like to rebuild the sign. It was originally built, I believe, in someone's memory.
Oh,
But they're going to build this, and we're asking to see if we could put solar lights
Yeah, which would be
on
fantastic.
it
That'd be
this
great.
time.
That'd be great.
So we'll get the sign back up eventually, and, there's still the issue of a possible, oh my God, what's the word? The difference between the market value and
Deductible.
deductible, thank you.
Right. So right now, the insurance
Been
company
here all
can
day.
pay whatever it takes for us to repair from what the guy told us, minus deductible. Then they're going to have to go after Enterprise Rent-A-Car, or the guy who owned the truck. We're not sure whose insurance is going to kick in at that point, or both. So hopefully we get our deductible back. We should, but who knows how the way the insurance companies work.
Do we have a large deductible?
We believe it's $5,000, but there's been speculation 5, 750, 10.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Just make sure that's in the budget.
yeah, it is.
Now, and as far as the sign, that'll be great. We did leave the sign there next to the building, so whoever is going to rebuild it can copy what the old sign looked like. Unfortunately, it's under 4 feet of snow right now. But when it melts, we'll be able to see what the sign looked like, and they can use that as a copy for what they're going to rebuild.
yeah, nice.
Love the idea of solar. That's great.
Yeah.
I think it's so good.
Anybody have any questions for Don about Center Station?
No, just thanks for getting it so quick. I mean, you guys had people out there getting it patched up as quickly as possible. That was great.
It's nice to have local guys who'll drop anything that they're doing
Yeah.
and help us out. Because there was, as you know, there was a 10-foot by 8-foot hole in the wall. And we would have lost the building because most of the water lines are actually under the slabs. So we couldn't wrap them. We couldn't do anything. If we didn't get the building watertight well, not watertight, airtight and warm, we would have spent $100,000 jack and hammering the floor out.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so that's
Very
great.
great. Cool.
We had someone immediately come fix the wellhead because that was ripped off. So, yeah, it's little by little, but it's done relatively quickly, so
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you.
No, that's great.
And again, while we have Don, any questions before I go on?
No, okay.
Okay, while we have Don, we're going to go into any other business. We have a number of things to discuss under that, and I do know that we have to go back. But one of the things I want to discuss under any other business is the geese. We have geese in Bethany, and we have lots of geese at Veterans Park. And I just want to alert you as to an idea that we have to make the place more palatable without geese. And John has done an incredible amount of research on this.
Okay, so right now the geese at Vets Park, we don't get a lot of people at Vets Park anymore because of the geese problem. Because the geese crap, I don't want to say whatever, all
Everywhere.
over, everywhere, and it's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't kill them, you can't chase them away, you can't stick dogs on them. So we found a company that makes these lights. I don't know if Carol has the paperwork.
Okay,
Carol has
everybody
the
has a copy
paperwork.
of Away with Geese.
Okay, away with geese. It's a company. It's a family-owned company that sells these lights that they four into the pond and two into the field. And Carol, we talked about this before. You know, geese sleep with one eye open. We never knew that until
I'm
yesterday.
so excited to know
I'm
this.
serious. So these lights we would basically, Tony and I or the guys from Public Works would go out in a little rowboat, and Carol's going to videotape it for you guys in
I
Bethany.
am. I'm definitely doing that.
And we're going to drop a cinder block, tie a rope to these things with 10 foot of slack, and these solar powered lights are going to float around in the lake, and they emit a light beam,
And this is what
which aggravates the geese, and the geese leave. Okay, and they say it's 97% effective, and it's guaranteed. If the geese don't leave after 6 months, we get our money back. So it can't hurt us. Okay, it's not going to affect the neighbors because it's only 8 inches off the water.
it's in the
The only
water.
problem is we have to get it done before the geese lay their eggs, which is last week of March, first week of April in Connecticut. They start laying eggs. Once they lay their eggs, they don't care. They're going to stay. Before they lay their eggs, we freak them out at night. They're going to leave. They're never going to come back, hopefully. So as soon as the ice melts, and hopefully the ice melts by the third week of March, I'm sorry, the third week of March, we'll go out there, we'll lay these things in the lake, and then we should be in good shape.
Okay.
And surprisingly, it's going to be less than $3,000 for all 6 of these to alleviate the cost. That'll be good.
So there's
Now,
going to be 3 units in the water, or
no,
4
4
units in
units
the water that you see
and,
on your paper, and
and
2
2 on the
units on
field.
the land.
Right. Okay. So we were talking about last night either low sipping it or capitaling it, but because it has to get done before the end of March, we do have a $3,000 line item in my budget now for waterfront maintenance, which typically we would use that in the spring or closer to summer to bring some sand in and maybe fix the buoys for a swimming area or whatever. So the money
Clean up
is there. Well, yeah. So that we have the money. We have the money in budget now to do what we have to do. We might have to increase the budget a little bit next year just to get more, to get the sand back in or whatever. But we have the money in hand right now to do what we got to do. So.
Good.
Now, do these lights, so they're on 24/7, the solar lights, as far as I'm assuming it looked orange in the picture, so they're not too bright. It's not like it's going to bother the neighbors,
Neighbors, right.
because we hear the neighbors when lights are on at Veterans Park.
Right.
No, it's theory. What they say is it's a foot off the ground,
Mhm.
and if you're leaning a foot off the ground, you're going to see the
Off the
lights. You're
ground.
not going to see them from the neighbors. You're not going to see them from the lodge. You're not going to see them.
Okay,
It's not enough to light pollution or to affect the people.
okay. I mean, I think it's great, 'cause especially that walking path, like going along where the swim area is, I mean, it gets really bad with geese poop and everything there. To even try to do a loop, it's not enjoyable.
And how long do you keep these installed for?
Forever.
Once you put them in, okay, so you put them in with a cinder block and rope. You give about a 10-foot leeway on the rope off the water, so this way they can float around. They can stay in the ice. I don't know how that works, but that's what they say. And it's solar powered. They're guaranteed for 3 years. Not have to change the batteries. So maybe in 3 years from now, we might have to go out and put batteries in them. But Sal, you'll still be around. You'll take the rowboat out and change the batteries.
No problem.
Really, I really want you to picture this. Don and Tony in the rowboat going out and
Right,
placing
right.
these in the water.
Exactly.
I am filming this and putting it all over
No, we'll
everything
put it
I
on
possibly
Facebook
can.
Live. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
We'll
oh,
enjoy it.
it's totally live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these aren't something you put in the spring and take out in the summer and you put them
No,
back
they
like
say these will stay active for the year.
And I don't think we have a lot of geese this time of year because
No.
hopefully they're
No.
in Florida.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah, right.
nonetheless, it's good to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's nothing we have to vote on. I just wanted
Yeah,
you to be
no,
aware of it
it's
and
Just
let you
more
know what's going
information,
on.
and like we talked about, the money's there in the budget. You know, we're not gonna be able to bring in sand until after July 1st, but a lot of times, some years we don't even bring sand in. So, you know, we got the money right now, so we'll be fine.
Okay, I was going, another thing on the other business I was gonna talk about was the tire stewardship. Do you want to stay on and talk about that, or do you want,
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
so we went to a SCROG meeting today online. There's a tire stewardship. Connecticut is sponsoring this, where in our case, it will be at our recycling center, where they will pick up, take the tires away, haul them away for absolutely nothing, as long as we don't charge. Right now, we're charging, I think,
$6.
$8 for a tire.
Six for a car, 8 for a truck tire.
So,
Right.
and we are putting them, the tires have to be kept in an enclosed place. Right now they are. They will come and either we'll have to send them a picture of what it looks like. If they don't like it, they will provide free of charge a container, a closed container to put the tires in. This is all done by the state of Connecticut. It's a great program. People are so excited about it. Because some towns, as you can imagine, have lots of tires. We have about 400 a year that
Just
we
did
get.
8 like 2 months ago, and I paid all the fees.
Right. So the way it
So-
works right now, we do charge $6 or $8 a tire, but then we pay $6 or $7 a tire to dispose of the tire. So we're not making money obviously on it. It's a service for the town. But now that the state's going to be picking it up, we'll save the taxpayers $6 or $8 a tire,
Right.
That's
and
great.
it'll work out good. Now, obviously, we're going to save the town taxpayers, what the state's going to raise our taxes, but it's still it's a wash. It's going to be a
Right,
wash. So
yeah.
We really we had heard about this program for a while. I had
yeah, it's been a few
anticipated that
years,
this was
yeah.
going to start last summer. Now it's supposed to start sometime in March. But I just sent in something indicating that, we wanted to be involved. And I expect to hear something back soon. They'll be in touch with us and we'll go from there. But it sounds like it's just a win-win situation
Yeah.
for us. It's another service we can provide, and as Don said, we don't have
Right.
to, no one will pay for it.
Right.
Right, and it'll actually be good for us because we do pick up quite a few tires off the side of the road that we don't get paid for, that we pay to deliver. Maybe 100 a year, maybe 50, 75 a year, but it'll save, $6 a piece. It adds up.
Right. It is possible those could be handled differently, but if our guys are willing to take them and put them in the container, then they'll be taken away that way.
No, we pick them up now when we bring them to recycling, and we pay to get rid of them. So we'll just pick them up and the state will take them away. So it'll be
One of
fine.
the things the state's looking for, obviously, is paperwork. We are going to have someone do the appropriate paperwork that's going to have to hand it in regularly. They're going to want to know how many tires are we picking up off the side of the road, because they want to know, are people dumping? And if so, where? And to try and figure out what to do about it. We're also going to have to keep a record of how many tires, and
Well, Steven
they're
at
gonna need
Public
that.
Works right now, Steven at Recycling right now does a good job with the paperwork. He logs in he logs in names and amounts right now who drops off tires.
That's
So
great.
that'll go away. It'll just be amount of tires now. So instead of saying selling a day of $12, it'll just say 2 tires, whatever. So
One of the things that they talked about is this just really needs to be from people in Connecticut, this program. They don't want people from New York coming and driving, tires over or wherever. They also don't want tires that have already been paid for. You pay, I'm XYZ Tire Company, and you pay me, or whatever. I'm a hauler. I'm a person a handyman who goes around
Right.
collecting tires, and you've paid me to take away your tires, and then I go up there and drop them off for free. They don't want that. So what they're looking for is for the people at our recycling and other transfer stations to make sure or ensure that the people are from Bethany, preferably. However, the question was asked, if an adjoining town isn't part of this, can people from an adjoining town bring it over? And the answer was absolutely, as long as they're from Connecticut.
And we
Yeah.
just have to document that, obviously, right? That
Right,
we
right.
have 4 tires from Woodbridge today or whatever. Okay, so that's fine.
So is there a limit on the number of tires that people can bring? And I don't know if this is a thing or not, but you could feel like a commercial enterprise.
No,
Well, yeah, that's what, and I know like the hauler, like you mentioned the hauler, like I got the junk guy and I call him and I had given him a tire before and he charged me and he went and he took them
they're
out of
doing
town.
this at commercial establishments as well. It's not just residential.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say no, though I
Okay.
don't definitively know the answer to that.
Well,
But
as far as we know, like we have the mattress
it's very
box now
similar
for
to that.
mattresses. When it's full, we call up, they come and get it. So I'm sure with the tire thing, when it's full to capacity, they'll just come and pick it up. So it's not like they're not going to come every week. Oh, you only have 3 tires or whatever. We're going to say, okay, it's full, come get it.
Yeah, we don't know exactly all the details yet, but all they wanted, at least initially, is what towns were interested. And people, I was on the meeting today and towns were ecstatic. I mean,
Yeah.
they were just thrilled with this idea. Don't hold me to this because I'm not sure I heard this correctly, but it sounded like the material, people were very concerned, how are the tires going to get used? Are they going to be crumbled? What are they going to be used for? And somehow I think they're going to some plant in Maine to do something with, but don't hold me to that. But it just sounds like a really good program.
A lot of the
Awesome.
times they use the older tire, they grind them up and they use them for like playgrounds,
Yeah.
surfaces, or
Used to do
walking
roads in
paths
Arizona.
and things like that. They do
Arizona,
roads
they
too?
do make roads. They make roads in Arizona, a couple of the highways. It's funny because it's so quiet.
Quiet, I bet.
It's so quiet. You're going like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, just to let you know what's going on,
That's great.
we're going to participate in that.
So this is an existing program that the state has, or is this a
No,
new program?
new program.
Okay.
Yeah, we've
When-
been hearing
when-
about it for years now. They're finally coming through with it. So
We're hoping in March,
Awesome.
but I'll keep you posted. But
Yeah.
I signed up for it today, and
Awesome.
That's awesome.
yeah, just to let you know. And again, another service for the people in town, so that's great. All right, Don. I mean, anything else you want to talk to us about, or tell us
I'm good.
jokes, or
You guys are doing a heck of a job. So it's very nice. But no, I'm good. If you need me, I'm here. But bye-bye.
Okay.
Have a good night.
thank you.
Take care, Bob.
Bye. All right, I'm going to go back then. Thank you for letting us go out of order to talk to the people who were here. I'd like to go back to tax refunds, which is number 4. We have tax refunds to Charles Nickel, NICOL. It says excess payment, $174.14. Enterprise FM Trust, excess payment in the amount of $432.70. Total Cloud Connections, LLC, excess payment in the amount of $20.40. Nissan Infinity LT, LLC, excess payment in the amount of $101.96. And Zhang Yu and Yujin Dan and Fan Manxia, I apologize to the people if I've messed up your name, in the amount of $6,578.36. So I'll pass these around.
Okay.
Is it normally like a large refund like that last
Yeah,
one?
I've never seen
I've
one
never-
that large.
Yeah, I don't know the reason
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So we sign this week, so we'll get the checks next week. What did you do with the checks? Did you bring them in?
No, they're in the office.
Oh. Then we're done, we have checks.
what the large one is for.
I do not. It says, total due 7/125, the amount of tax was $13,156.72. Total paid on January 5th, 2026, $19,735.08.
Oh, so they
They
overpaid,
just
So they
overpaid it.
overpaid,
yeah.
right, so they overpaid by $6,578.36.
Maybe they were thinking house property tax or something, not car property tax or something. Was that?
Well, on July 1st, we would have gotten our house and property, maybe they
Yeah.
paid the whole thing and then paid the other half
Yeah.
again in
That's
January,
what I'm
not
thinking.
realizing they paid the whole thing. I'm only guessing, I don't know. So may I have a motion to pay the tax refunds?
Good job.
Oh, motion to approve the tax refunds.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? It passes unanimously.
I like that.
Next, so we had two requests to waive fees for different groups. The first one is for Amity High School wrestling team. They're requesting use of the lodge, Veterans Lodge, on March 15th, 2026 for their annual end-of-season banquet. And according to our reservations clerk, this organization has not previously reserved a town facility, so there is no prior history for reference. And let's see what they wrote. They wrote, "Good evening, this is in their email dated January 24th, 2026. I wanted to check the availability for the Amity High School wrestling team to have our end-of-season banquet at the Lodge in Bethany on March 15th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Attendees would be wrestlers and their families, many of whom are Bethany residents. We are hoping the Selectmen would consider waiving the fee for our group if the date is available. If you have any questions, please feel free to email or call me. The application is attached. It's signed Angela Mordecai." That's all I have. So I'll just give you my thought on these before you
Yeah.
begin. I know we have done some of these before. What I would love to see us do, and maybe we have time for this individual, maybe not, but is to go through the list, set a policy.
Right.
Go through the list, see what we charge actually, how much it actually costs for a custodian, for electricity, for porta potties, for whatever, how much we've charged in the past and to whom we've charged it, have we waived the fees before? If so, what are they?
Yeah.
And are we going to just set another fee, or are we going to keep with the initial fee? It's very hard to make these decisions when you don't know what the history's been,
Right, and to be consistent.
and to be
Exactly.
consistent.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's my concern about this. I mean, I don't have a concern about, them using this, but it's not about them. I just think that we need to
Right.
set some sort of policy here and figure out how we want to proceed. Unless you know from doing this previously.
That was one of the problems, we don't have a policy for this,
Okay. Well, I can tell that Amy wants to work on this.
Okay.
I do, well, because, just to make a clear understanding for everybody, it makes it a lot easier, and it needs to be fair and consistent to everybody.
Sure. I mean, I don't have a problem. I mean, I'd like to see us cover our costs, mainly the custodial fee. I mean, we have to pay somebody to be here to clean up and
Right.
open up and lock up and something like that. So
Exactly.
at a minimum, I'd like to see that cost covered. Other than that, I'm okay with it.
I agree.
Do you think, since we meet, every the first and third Wednesday of the month, do you think by next time in 2 weeks, we would have
I think
You'd
so.
be able to
'cause
get enough
I mean,
information?
Yeah, I think I can, ask around other departments, try to gather as much information as I can to.
The finance office would
Yeah,
probably have it.
because it does concern me with the lodge, because that gets rented a lot.
Right,
And when I'm looking at the application fee, I mean, it's $500 to rent it, $625 for non-residents. And I want to make sure that we have a policy enforced, because if it ends up being that historically we're always waiving it, it seems like we're actually losing money on the lodge, paying the janitor, the custodian, doing all the stuff, the electricity, like we need to make sure that we're not.
yeah.
But also how many people need to be from Bethany, and maybe that
Yeah.
doesn't matter, but I
Right.
think we should at least look at that.
Well, no, yeah, we did, I'm trying to remember, it was,
Football.
yeah, it was for the fields.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had 2/3 from
2/3?
Bethany.
Two-thirds from
And
Bethany,
and some had like financial waivers too, I
yeah.
remember that
And it was
was.
a non-profit organization.
Yeah,
So,
that'll be next.
Yeah. So it couldn't be for a for-profit organization who wants to rent and waive the fee,
Yeah,
Okay.
so. That'll be something in the policy. Yeah, so.
yeah. Okay, so can we table this until our next meeting in 2 weeks, and I'll work on getting all that data to present to you all at that meeting, and then we can make a
That's
decision?
Fine with me, I don't know if it's.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, if
Okay.
you move to table it, you just need to move to table it.
Okay,
Before we do that, can you look up the minutes? I don't remember when it was, but when we talked about it for the, football and then maybe get that to her so that she at least have a.
refresh your
record.
memory, I
Well, have a
believe it
record.
was the fuzzy balls for soccer indoors. It was that meeting.
Was that the meeting?
That was the meeting.
For
the squishy soccer ball. That was that, but that was another
Okay.
rental.
Okay, so this way, at least you have what we discussed. so maybe
Exactly.
As a guideline or a starting point,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
And maybe we can get the idea of what the prices that we're charging for the gym, for Veterans Park.
well, that's what I
for
think,
the
I think we need to
football
do for
field.
all of the building, get it all
Sure,
and get a
yeah.
policy for everything.
Okay.
Hmm.
If we do this ahead of time, if we can get it done ahead of time, and depending on your schedule, we'll probably, we'll go over it and then maybe send it to the lawyer and see if they can,
Yeah,
he can take a look at it,
okay.
just to make sure it's fair and equitable. All right, so the next one is number 6, reservation request for Amity Youth Football.
They didn't vote, I just made
I
the motion.
apologize, thank you. Is
I
there a
moved to
second?
table, yeah.
Okay, yeah, second it,
Actually, I think on a motion to table, it says automatic,
Automatic.
okay.
but we could vote anyway. All in favor of
Just like to
tabling
vote.
this?
Aye, let's vote.
Okay, aye, we're tabling it. And the number 6 is Amity Youth Football. And so they're requesting use of the airport for practices Monday through Friday from August 31st, 2026 through November 21st, 2026. It goes on to say, in 2024, Amity Pop Warner, for profit, paid $1,200 for use of the facility during this time period following Board of Selectmen approval. In 2025, this must be the one you're talking about, Amity Youth Football, not-for-profit, paid $250 as agreed upon by the Board of Selectmen. This probably falls in a similar category of trying to figure this out.
This was it, but I remember at that meeting, they weren't doing all the 5 days, it was
Well,
there.
right, I
Because I
mean-
remember you guys were like, the 2 practice days, and that was,
Yeah, so,
I mean, this is a lot of time.
right, and, basically, that's the exclusive use for 2.5 months or whatever it is, yeah.
And like, wanting to confirm, like the porta potties that are there, the electricity that's running at night, like who's paying all those costs? I think we need to find all that out.
Well, we have porta potties there anyway, right?
We pay for them, but no, not necessarily. There's one up, I think they set up by the arenas or something. Isn't there one up there? But I think Dawn, they bring some in for this, like for the summer, like it starts in June and they go till the end of November for flea market, any rentals, anything like that.
But I guess my point is, do we have porta potties up there?
Not year round.
No.
Except for winter, but other times
Right.
we do.
Yeah.
So there's a porta potty there anyway, so,
Yeah.
they're gonna use it or not, they're gonna be there, we're paying for them.
I would just say, like, is there an increase in usage, and we're increasing in them coming, cleaning, servicing, or whatever. I don't know the porta potty game.
Yeah, well, we're probably
Dumping more
being,
often.
you know, swapped out once a week or once every 2 weeks anyway, so I don't think
Oh,
that.
something you get to find out and
Great.
share with us. Yeah, again, I'd find out how much do we charge, who else uses it, Monday through Friday, what else goes on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because here it seems like there's a $1,200 versus $250. I mean, what's the difference?
Well, and I believe, what is the fee rental per day normally?
I thought
Oh,
it was
it's $250 for
It's
the
two-
field per day.
per day, it's $250 a day.
So it
for
should
the
have been
field.
$1,200, like, or, you know, it's $1,000 a week for a resident.
Right.
And they're getting 9 weeks for $250.
Right, but I'm saying right above
Yeah.
it though, the Pop Warner, they said they rented it for $1,200.
That was when they were for profit.
That must have been something
had-
they were given at the time.
Yeah.
Okay,
But well, let's find out, let's
Get
see if
historical
there's a
data.
policy we need to set, something we need to do, and we'll figure it out, and that way we can be as consistent as we can be for
yeah,
everybody.
and we have a policy that we're, you know, set in place, which is what we need.
And also wondering with this, with the field in particular, I know like Vinny kind of manages the lodge, so does he also kind of manage the field rentals, arena rentals, center
don't know.
station?
Yeah, all the rentals go through him, that's my
Okay.
understanding, yeah.
Okay, and do we know, or is there like, when you guys decide something here, like the previous selectman, how does he then know that information? Like you approve, like we approve the PJ Hop, that they're gonna use it. So you tell him.
I guess so. I have
Yeah.
to tell him this time.
Okay, so maybe like we have, that's in the policy and procedure, like next steps, if we have these rentals, it gets reported by whoever, I don't know, the minute taker, assistant,
Well,
whatever.
well, that's a good question. If we have a policy in place that we've agreed upon, do we even have to revisit it at a selectmen meeting? He just has the policy and he goes by that.
But the policy may be, and we may still have to decide.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
on this, we would have to decide, do we want them to have it every day, or, you know, the policy, I don't think is just for the price. I think it's.
It's if they want it
use.
waived, if they want reduced or waived
Right.
fee, it needs to come to us, but otherwise, if they meet the criteria, it shouldn't need to come to us if they're gonna pay.
Yeah, at least let's see what we've done, and how
Yeah.
often we've done it, and with whom, just so we can see if there's some consistency.
Yeah, maybe in the policy, we could do something like, you know, a single day rental or for a 1 week period, anything longer than that has to come to the Board of Selectmen, you know, for approval.
I just know, I remember at that meeting that you guys had, that Jen had mentioned that, you know, normally there's lacrosse and then there's soccer, and a lot of them, because we didn't have per se a policy, or they didn't know and they couldn't get it for when they wanted, you know, they went elsewhere. But maybe if we did have a consistent policy, we then could have.
But if we're
The
gonna
sports
keep waiving
using it.
things, why not just say, this is how much it is,
Well,
and nothing gets waived? I mean,
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just saying that that was kind of the thing, is they did have some that were paying, like the soccer people paid, the lacrosse people paid.
okay,
There was an issue though with timing, it was being used for something else, then they were gonna go to the gym, like there was,
yeah, and I think it was for-profit versus non-for-profits, and with Bethany residents versus.
yeah.
oh. All right,
Otherwise, they paid the full amount.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look, see what we can do for people in the town.
So do you want a motion to table this one till we have all the data at next meeting?
Yeah. When we make a motion.
I did the
to
last
table- Yeah, make a motion to table this until the next meeting.
Would you like to second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Okay, it passes. We're down, back again to, we did 7, 8, 9, and we're down to 1 more in 10. Any other business?
Okay, I have a question really quick, sorry.
Yes.
So with this, since we tabled, just, I want to streamline communication. So would that mean that Day would reach out to both of these applicants? Or would we put it on hold? Like how to know what happened? And tell them that we've postponed it till the next meeting at the agenda? I don't know. I want to make sure that we're communicating with applicants and residents like in an effective
Sure,
manner.
we can ask Day to reach out to them
Okay.
and let them know it's been tabled at least till the next meeting, that we're looking for more information.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, number 10, any other business? We haven't had a town officers meeting in a very long time. You probably don't even know we have
I was gonna
them.
say, in the 5 years I've been here,
So I would like to have a town officers meeting. I'd like to have it on March 19th. The purpose of the town officers meeting will be a gentleman from the Freedom of Information Act Commission will come and talk to both town employees as well as all the boards and commissions will be invited to come and listen. There's two major parts to freedom of information. One is the record keeping, and two is how to properly run a meeting. And both of those things are critically important. He might consider coming during the afternoon to talk to town hall employees. We have a lot of freedom of information requests lately. And I've been working with the town clerk's office, who have been very kind to agree to take over the management of the freedom of information requests. So we're working on putting together basically a spreadsheet. When something comes in, what comes in, whether the person's been acknowledged, who it goes to, whether or not it's been answered, whether or not the things have been sent out, just so we're doing this properly.
it's great.
So we've been busy in town hall.
Yeah, it seems like it. I'm like, geez, lots of good stuff though, man.
So March 19th, if I need a motion from you to have the town officers meeting, have it approved, and then we can go ahead and send out invites to, it'll be about 100 people.
I'm on vacation. I'm totally kidding. I had to mess with her. I had to mess with her.
I'm gonna make you watch it on Zoom.
No, I'm here.
I don't know how many people will come, but there's an opportunity for people to really learn about this and how to do it right, so that our meetings are run correctly. So we have a lot of new people who are doing a lot of new things, and it seemed like a good topic.
It's a great topic.
And the most knowledgeable person will come and talk to us about it. Unless there's some other topic or some other thing you want, or we could do another one, but does that work for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motion to have a town
Didn't even have
officers
to ask
meeting on March 19th.
Great.
Seconded.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Opposed? Abstain? Okay. It is passed unanimously. Is there anything else you want to bring up? Any other information? Any other thoughts?
I was gonna say, I liked reading a little bit about kind of like the departments or what was going on. Is that something like we'll continue to kind of have every month for our meetings? I thought that was really good. I did, I like that. Did you do that day? Great job. Just kind of helps, keeps us in the know. But that's what triggered in me about like the communication, because I saw one of the dates someone was looking in the future to plan. We had already approved something to happen. So I just want to make sure that like we can kind of keep all departments updated on what we like approve or whatnot. So yeah, but great job. I like that. All right.
Great. If there's nothing else, I'll take a motion to adjourn. I think it's your turn.
Well, no, I just made the motion for the officers meeting.
But the last meeting, I adjourned us. Like, I'm always the one, peace out.
Okay, so we're not, okay.
I'm making the motion to adjourn. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Yay. All right, we're adjourned at,
That was
oh my God,
good.
it's late. 7:43.
Oh, we got checks too.
And then we're
Yeah.
gonna go to check.